Hi everybody, and once again welcome to Pankaj Sir's Echelon tutorials. In this today's video, I was thinking to take a test. Give a test to you people. Okay, so it's a small test on physics, and topic is electromagnetism. So some few questions I have chosen from this topic electromagnetism, and let us try to do it in the form of a test. Okay, so this will be a different type of a video where I'm not going to do a lot of explanation, but on the contrary, I'm going to make you how to answer the questions, right? So you can see on the screen there's a IGCSE 10th grade physics test on electromagnetism that I've given, and this happens to be your question number one, I suppose. Yeah, this is your question number one, right? Okay. Now, and slightly, yeah. Now, okay. Now, if you see this question carefully, question number one, it says that you are given an iron bar. So you can see that iron bar is given over here. A insulated wire. This is the insulated wire given to you. And a battery. This is the battery given to you. And you have a wire cutter. So these are the four things given to you. Now, A part of this question says that in the space below, so in this space, you describe how you would make an electromagnet. So you have to make an electromagnet out of these things that are given to you. You may use a label diagram if it helps you to answer the question. And if you want, you can draw a label diagram as well. Okay. So both the things I can do. We will draw the label diagram first. So what you can do is we can take this iron bar. Now this is a schematic diagram. So iron bar I'll be showing with the help of a rectangle. That's it. Okay. Now on this iron bar, I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to just wind it on top of this iron bar. Okay. So this is the way it's going to. Okay. Right. So uh, this I'm going to connect it to the battery, and battery I'll be showing in this way. Right. So this is positive, this is negative. So current will flow in this direction, right? And will come out from this direction. Okay. So this is the diagram of a electromagnet that we are going to construct. Now let us write down the answer. Like you have to explain, no, how to. This is just the diagram that I have given. Explanation you can write down in this way. Now what you did, to draw this to answer this question, how to make an electromagnet. What you did is actually uh, you took. So I'll write it stepwise. Okay. So number one, take the iron bar and uh, wind uh, the this wire from the reel over it. Okay. So that's the first thing you have to do. Second is uh, connect the two ends of the wire to the battery. Okay. And before doing that, you'll have to strip the ends of the wire. Okay. So connect two ends of the wire to the battery after stripping the ends of the wire. Okay. Using the wire cutter. Okay. So this is the explanation that you should give. Okay. So that's the answer for that A part of the question. Now B part of the question is they are asking you like be part of the question. They are asking you in the how would you check that your electromagnet actually works. Now this electromagnet that you have made, whether it is working or not, that how we will check. Okay, so to check this electromagnet, you'll have to do in so many ways you can check it. So number one, you can check it by seeing that it attracts ion fillings. Okay, or if possible, you can bring a compass next to this electromagnet, and you will see that the compass needle is deflecting. Okay, so you can also check it by checking whether it deflects the compass needle. Okay, and another way is if you bring another magnet next to this electromagnet, then repulsion is the sure test. So you can write repulsion uh, of another magnet. Okay, so suppose you bring another magnet close to this, and if it is repulsion is taking place, then you can say that okay, this has acquired magnetism. And one more thing, if you want, you can write this. Suppose you in this inside the coil, if you insert a okay, or if you take this electromagnet and if you move into a wire, so if you move it into a coil of wire, then what will happen when this electromagnet is moved into the coil of the wire, then the EMF is induced, okay, in the coil. So these are so many ways, okay, four different ways in which you can check whether this electromagnet is really working or not. Okay, so that was your question number one. Now let us move on to question number two and see what it has to say. Now this is your question number two, right? Now question number two, this diagram is shown over here. You can see that there is a water reservoir over here, and through the pipe the water is coming down, and this is at a certain height, and here you have a electric generator house, or you can say the powerhouse. Okay, now these questions, in the form of fill in the blanks, you have to fill up the answers, right? So very first one says that the water has dash energy because of its height. So in the reservoir the water is stationary, it is still, okay, so but it is at a height. Okay, so because of the height, this particular water body will have something called potential energy, right? So the answer should be the water has potential energy. Now instead of potential energy, if you write gravitational energy, even that is not wrong. Okay, so potential energy is okay. Now question number two, this one. Okay, the moving water is this moving water has increased the dash energy. Now this water, from the reservoir, it is coming down through the pipe, so it is moving down, right? So any moving object possesses something called kinetic energy. So here this particular water which is moving down will increase its kinetic energy, so it has kinetic energy. Okay, the kinetic energy will be increasing, right? The third one is this one. The water uh, rotates the dash uh, so that the generator produces dash energy. So in this powerhouse, in this generator, what is there? There is a turbine. Okay, so the water rotates the turbine basically. The turbine in the power generator, okay, or the powerhouse will be rotated because of this kinetic energy of the falling water. It will be rotated, and this in the process is going to generate what? It's going to generate electricity. So rather you can write AC current or AC electricity. Okay, or if you write even electricity, it's fine. Okay, so electricity is produced uh, by rotating the turbine. So that was the A part of this question. B part is it is asking you to answer this. In other places, water is used in different ways to generate electricity. So state two of these ways. Now this is one of the way in which water can be used, and the potential energy of the water can be converted into kinetic energy, and that kinetic energy can be used to rotate the turbine to produce electricity. But the other form of energy can also be used. Okay, so for example, water can be heated and it can be converted to steam, and this steam can be used to rotate the turbine and generate electricity. So steam is one of the another option in which the water can be used to generate electricity. And what else can be used is, suppose you have to take only water, right? So steam is the one way. Second, you can use the tidal waves or the tides, okay, or you can say waves. Now tides or the waves in the sea, they also possess a lot of energy. So that energy, can be utilized in generating electricity. So that is another option or another way. So there are two ways: steam you can write, and the tide or the wave energy you can write. Okay. So that was question number two, and now we come to question number three. Okay, question number three, you can see this diagram, and it says that a student wraps a length of a wire around a wood block and hangs the block between the poles of the magnet as shown over here. So this is the north pole, this is the south pole, and this is the coil which is wrapped on a wooden piece, and it has been introduced in this magnetic field. Now the question is, A part of the question. Okay, what is seen to happen when the student passes a current through this wire? So as soon as he passes the current through this wire, okay, what will happen? First of all, the current will start flowing through this coil, okay, and this becomes a current carrying conductor, right? And when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field between this north and south pole, what happens? It experiences a force, okay, and that force will create a turning effect on this coil, and this coil will start rotating. So the answer is, the first part is what is seen to happen. Okay, so all you can see right now for this question number A is this particular coil will start rotating, or it starts turning. Okay, so the coil starts rotating, isn't it? Now B part of the question is, why does this happen? Okay, now this is happening because any current carrying conductor, okay, placed in a magnetic field, placed in a magnetic field will show there's something called uh, motor effect. Okay, you can write this word motor effect. Okay, so it will show motor effect, that is, the coil will turn or rotate. Okay, so this is the reason why this coil starts rotating. Okay, so the current carrying conductor, when placed in a magnetic field, there's an interaction between the two, and that interaction is known as motor effect. Because of this motor effect, the coil will experience a turning effect, and the coil will start turning, or it will start rotating. So that's the answer for this B part of the question. Now C part of the question is, name the device which makes use of this effect. So this motor effect basically is used to make lot of many devices. The one which comes to the mind immediately is something called electric motor, and of course there are some instruments like ammeter or a galvanometer. Okay. These are the instruments used in the laboratory to measure the current, to measure the resistance, etc. These instruments are made using this principle of motor effect. Okay, so that's the end of this test. It was a pretty short, cute little test of 3 questions. And just for a change, I made this video to just, give you that feeling of, appearing for the test, small test sort of things. Okay, so there was not a lot of explanation in this, but how to write the answers to the question in IGCSE exam. That is what I was, trying to convey. Okay, so that's all for today, and see you in the next video with similar uh, concept. Okay, that is solving the questions. Okay, in the form of test. Let us see how it works. Okay, and if you happen to like my video, please subscribe my channel. That's all. See you. Bye. Take care, all of you.